Damon. Johnny, first of all, tell me about A Game, man. I'm kind of thirsty right now.
Yeah, we're very proud of it. I mean, you always have to bring your A game every single moment of the day, whether you're an athlete, a parent, teacher, a hitting coach like your father. So you always have to bring it. And the great thing about our drink is it's clean. It's no artificial flavors, no artificial coloring. We have Icelandic glacier water. We have the right amount of vitamins. The sodium to potassium ratio is perfect, and it actually really helps you out, and it also tastes great. You know, a lot of these drinks out there just don't taste great, but we came up with a incredible formula, and we're very proud, and we know this is going to be a very big year for us.
Awesome, man. Well, we wish you all the best in that. And not only that, though, Johnny, you've got a local connection, a Birmingham connection with your daughter. Congratulations on that. That's Stanford University, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's correct. She graduated from the University of Florida and then came up here to follow her brother, and she wanted to get her business degree and also a law degree. So she's been getting after it the past 3 years, and now she has 3 degrees, and she has a job lined up for her in Florida in August. So I won't have to carry her on my checking book anymore. So I'm very happy about that as well.
That's good. You can borrow some money from her, man.
Yeah, for sure. And you always need a lawyer in the family. So hey,
this is true, man. This is true. So Rickwood Field, you got a chance to go over there, and their Major League Baseball is putting a lot of resources into it this summer for a great game. What can we expect? And what was your thoughts about seeing the oldest baseball park in America?
No, it was absolutely amazing, and what Major League Baseball is doing is absolutely fantastic. And bringing the baseball game here, I was able to see a bunch of the memorabilia. You know, all the old-timer gloves, and you had to catch with 2 hands, and we had a catch yesterday. But it's a historical field, and I'm so happy we are preserving it. And I mean, the likes of Satchel Paige being out there, and Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays. I also heard Joe Jackson played out there. So you know, just a lot of legends who are going to live on forever. And I was glad to go out there, and I'm going to see how my June looks. It's very busy. You know, I'm trying to be a CEO of a company and trying to do a lot of great things, and hopefully we can try to work out a sponsorship, especially with CC softball game.
Yeah, that would be huge. Would you play in the game?
Well, I would cancel my trip over to Europe if there's a few things we could line up. We have a lot of plans this summer, especially having 8 kids. So I'm trying to balance their summer to make sure we travel some and have a lot of fun, and also bring them to a lot of things that I am used to doing. And coming out to Birmingham and Rickwood Field, I would like for them to see the history of what helped their dad become successful.
The success that you had, it's almost kind of like a 6 degrees of separation. And when I say that, I mean that in the sense of, okay, you got Johnny, I'm from Kansas City, so you know, Johnny Damon, you know, I think Kansas City Royals, but then you throw in the whole Moneyball aspect of Johnny Damon's career. Right. And then you reinvent yourself and you go to Boston, and then you reinvent yourself and go to New York, and you win there. You just have so many different avenues. What's that been like to be a part of so many historic moments in your career?
Well, the good thing about me is I can fit in everywhere, and Kansas City was my first team. Ended up spending 9 years with the Royals, 6 years at the big league level, and it was great hanging out with Buck O'Neill. Would always come to the ballpark, and we would go to the Negro Baseball Museum, and it was absolutely amazing. And we got to see firsthand like when it was built, and we got to see so many great legends come through Kansas City. And then, you know, I get traded to Oakland and didn't really have a great year, and I'm all over the Moneyball movie, which eventually got me out of the game because they're starting to look at these stats that don't show up in the player's heart, you know. So the way I play the game, the fact that I can score from first base on a double, I can steal bases when they matter, I could get the big hits. And then like Boston, you know, we just created a we changed the culture in Boston. You know, being able to win a World Series and making a whole nation happy, and that was the most amazing thing. And like even the grave sites, they had a bunch of Red Sox championship flags flying there because a lot of people did not get to see the Red Sox win. And you know, once we did, the Red Sox kept winning every other year. And you know, I had to make a very difficult move to the Yankees. You know, cut the hair, shave the beard, but putting the pinstripes on is very special. You know, that team has now won 27 World Series, and I'm proud to say I won the first one for the Red Sox after 86 years, and I was part of the Yankees' last one. I mean, it's been 15 years, so I know the curse of the Bambino got erased, but I don't know if there's a curse of Johnny Damon now in the Bronx. But we like to joke about it. We know they have a really good team. They've had great teams for 15 years, but they just need to get over the hump. But we also know as players, I don't think the fans know so much that it's very hard to win a World Series. And it always looks easy when it's done. And then when you look back, you see the struggles throughout the years, the ups and downs, and it's tough to win a World Series. And I'm just fortunate in my 18-year career, I got to win 2. You know, a bunch of the Yankee guys have won 5, the most of anybody, but it was truly an amazing 18-year career for me, and I will cherish my memories forever.
You had some great teammates on all of those teams. And is there anyone who just stands out the most that is that one knucklehead guy that you call every day out of all your teammates? Do you have a favorite?
Oh man, yeah, you know what? Tim Wakefield and I were very close. We would see each other at a bunch of golf tournaments, but he also is from Melbourne, Florida, so we're only an hour away from each other, so we would see each other probably the most out of everybody on the team, and even like Derek Lowe. And it was absolutely crushing, not just to Red Sox fans, baseball fans everywhere, but I mean, for us, we're so used to seeing Tim and Stacy everywhere. So I would have to say he was my guy. And you know, and then a couple of days after the reunion, we lose Dave McCarty, and I was hanging out with him the entire time when we were in Boston. But that team was very close, and we will continue to stay close. And I've grown up with a lot of talented people. Like my high school, I mean, we had Brian Barber, who was played for the Cardinals and the Royals, A.J. Przinsky. We had Wayne Brady, we had Joey Fatone, we had Louis Fonzi, we had Clinton Ha-Ha Dix, Matt Milano. We have a lot of talent that came from the Orlando area, and I just tend to hang out with everybody. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, I just know how to fit in everywhere I go.
Yeah, people love Ha-Ha around here with the University of Alabama.
For sure.
I can't let you go without asking you about Papa Jack. I mean, what type of hitting coach was he, and what kind of guy is he? What'd you learn, or you know, was he worth the money that they were paying him?
Well, he was definitely worth a lot more because I mean, winning a world championship with the Red Sox, no hitting coach in 86 years was able to do that until Papa Jack got there. So, as players, we definitely need to understand the role that he's there to help us and to help us get better. What he sees and what we can collect in our brains on what's happening, because a lot of times you think you feel good, but something's not clicking. Papa Jack's the guy who will help you click. So for Game 7 of the ALCS, I mean, we went and did a lot of work, and my swing was fine. It was, you know, the belief, and like, I know I'm struggling. I got to go out there and just let it rip. And I let it rip in Game 7, and fortunately, we won that game, and we headed off to the World Series, and then we swept that World Series. So yeah, I continued to stay hot during that time, and unfortunately, this game of baseball is full of failures. And if you can get the failures out of the way quicker and avoid the longer slumps, you're going to be successful. And Papa Jack definitely helped me out during 2004, and that's why we're world champions.
Last question for you, Johnny. I always love to ask people who've been successful, because all kids, 7, 8 years old, they want to be big leaguers.
Yeah.
What kind of advice would you give a kid that's, wanting to share that dream?
Yeah, well, first off, you have to go out and have fun playing baseball, but you also have to understand that it's a failure sport. You're not going to succeed all the time, and I think that's a problem with a lot of the kids of this generation. They're used to everything working out for them, and you need to pick yourself up when things aren't going great, and you need to got to be strong mentally, and not just for baseball, but in life. There's going to be curveballs thrown your way your entire life, and you just need to know how to handle it. Sometimes you have to foul them off, and sometimes you take a big swing at it. But you need to be able to go out there and compete, and hopefully the next generation of kids will understand that and learn how to pick themselves up. And we as adults need to do our best to make sure that that happens. And I'm doing my best with my 8 kids to tell them to go out, chase your dream, and understand that there might be failures along the way. But at the end of the day, it's all about trying to succeed. And I'm very happy how my life has gone, and let's keep it going. And let's keep enjoying it, our friends, our family, our kids, and the path that everyone takes. It's not going to be the same. We all have different thought patterns, and as long as everyone's happy, I'm happy.
And I'm happy you came and talked to us, my man.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
so much. I appreciate you, Johnny. That's awesome, man. Good stuff.